Oh. Good morning, Rebecca Vigas here from a partly cloudy South Central Kentucky. Chilly this morning in the low 40s. So there is where we're at. We're doing Joel Saltzman this morning, and his chapter title is Nobody Likes to Write, but Everyone Loves to Have Written. I hate writing, said Fran Lebowitz. I will do anything to avoid it. The only way I could write less is if I was dead. Strange as that seems, writers love to bitch about writing, and they really will do anything to avoid it. They'll check the mail, do the dishes, check the mail again, anything to not have to sit down and actually go to work. You might say that writing is like going to the gym. Nobody likes going to the gym, but everybody loves the feeling of having gone to the gym. I feel so much better now. That's what it feels like to have written. You've been like God in the book of Genesis, wrote Rollo May, creating order out of chaos. Now you're pumped up, jazzed, feeling like you're finally in control of the world. You have left your doubts at the door, and you've got the pages to prove it. Of course, there's one small catch. In order to have written, you will have to write something. But of course you don't understand, But you don't understand, says a student. Writing such agony. So's making love if you're doing it wrong. Oh, you mean there's a right and a wrong way to write? Of course there is. Writing's not terrible. It's wonderful. I'm not into the agonies of creation, says Raymond Carver. At 3:00 one morning, Thomas Wolfe was observed by a neighbor as he lumbered down a New York street chanting, I wrote 10,000 words today. I wrote 10,000 words today. That's 40 double-spaced pages. No wonder he couldn't sleep. Okay, I can't see you, but if you hate writing and do anything and everything you can do to avoid writing, put your little paw up in the air because I'm sure there are some of you. There are days when writing is the farthest thing from my mind. I don't want to do it. And yet I've cranked out 13 novels. Whoa, wait a minute. But I don't like to write. I love the feeling of having written. Once the words are on the page, I can't take them back. I can change them, I can make them better, but I can't take them back. So, what I want you to do is a two-stepper. You're going to create a 30-day writing calendar. You can print one right off your computer. It can have holiday decorations or whatever you want on it that will inspire you to write. Color them in with your favorite crayons or colored pencils so it looks good. You need large squares to write in. I want you to start today. Today is November 15th, 17th, and you're going to write until December 17th. That's 30 days. I want your target to be 1,000. So write 1,000 on every one of those days. After you have written, log in your actual word count. Then take out your journal and write about how you feel about writing today. How did it feel to actually be writing? I'm not asking you to edit. I'm not checking grammar. I don't want that. I just want you to write. Let's see. 1,000 words. Will give you 4 pages of writing. 4 double space pages of writing. That should be a chapter. An epic poem. If it's nonfiction, an introduction. You need to be writing to call yourself a writer. If you are not writing morning pages every day and working on your work in progress every day, you're not writing. And you need to be writing. Otherwise, your book, memoir, novel, nonfiction piece will not get written. And you need it to be written. I can't write your story, folks. I can't shrink myself in, walk into your ear, crawl into your brain, and figure out what it is you want to write. I can't look into your eyes and see what you want to write. I had, I think it was a 7th grader, and I was team teaching 7th grade English with one of my colleagues. And he said, I don't know what to write. And I looked at him and said, write about something in your life that happened that you remember. Might have been from a year ago, might have been when you were 5, something that you remember. It might have been a good something, it might have been a bad something. Remember to skip lines and write about that. And we'll fix it later. We'll fix all the grammar, we'll make it sound good, but write about what happened to you. I can do that, he says. So he sits down and he starts writing, and he writes the rest of the hour. And the teacher collects all the papers to put them in a file. We'll work on them the next day if you're not done. And we'll work on getting them proofread and finding out where you need to fix your errors. She took them home and read them that night, and she came to me first thing in the morning and she said, you need to read this. I don't remember the incident that the young man wrote about. I do remember it was horrific. And I do remember that we sent him to the school guidance counselor. I also think Child Protective Services were called. But he did come to class and he did finish his paper. And I cried all the way through it. So you can write, folks, but start with what you know or what you think you know and research the heck out of it. Make every word count. Every single word counts. Because they're important words. So for you today, we have a real abbreviated show. I will not be here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, I will be interviewing with Dan Gaffney on it's 1059 radio in Delaware. So if any of you are from Delaware, you might tune in Saturday during Saturday Spotlight. That is when I will be on air. We are doing the interview ahead of time. So I will be spending from 10 to 10:20 tomorrow morning on air doing an interview about writing and coaching. So if you're in the Delaware area, you can pick me up on Saturday. It's 10:59. It's I want to say WLX, but there are 4 letters. So that's not right. Friday I'll give you the exact call letters. And I know it's the Dan Gaffney show. And I know it's in Delaware. And the numbers are 1059. 105.9 maybe. So, right. Give me some feedback on how you feel about writing. How did you feel when you finished your first 1,000 words? Or maybe you ran over and did 1,200. More is the better. Let me know. Because now I have to catch the mailman for some packages and wonder about where my roofers are because it's windy and it might be too windy for them to be on the roof. Have a great day. I'll see you on Friday at 10. Bye now.